At night, my friends, basically what's going on is I've been going through a ton of magic cards, just weaning down. I'm doing another culling. And this ties into what I talked about previously about the ancient nostalgic days of like the original, the golden era of Magic the Gathering. So, we've already talked about a number of different elements, but I've been going through these boxes and there's just a bunch of random commons and uncommons here. You know what? Let me switch up the let me switch it up here. Bam. So like just here's a random sampling of some random commons and uncommons that I have come across. But like there's a big fat box full of this stuff. So that's the deal. Basically what we're going to do is look at a bunch of old school Magic cards while I create what I'm calling an MTG Memory Box. And I'll briefly explain what that is because it's a super simple concept. Hold on. Kenzuki, did I change the camera angle for what? For the main setup or this setup? I mean, if it's changed, maybe I knocked the camera, but I didn't specifically change anything. No, I did not. Oh, man. Oh, Salinas. No, Homelands don't make the cut, buddy. Okay, so there is a 5-row huge box. Like, actually, you know what? If I switch back to here, you can see down here there's some of these white boxes, right? These ones are emptied, but there are other ones. There's one right beside me that is just full. It's a big fat 5-laner. Obviously, I'm not picking that up, right? And I'm gonna go through it because like those get put in the closet, and if you're not gonna pull that out and just go, hey, I'm gonna go through some cards unless you're specifically looking for stuff. What I'm doing is I'm just pulling out singleton stuff from the original era of Magic, and I'm gonna put it in this. Oh yeah, that's way too close. In this old school box, just a bunch of one-ofs. So this is just a bunch of Magic nostalgia we're gonna be doing. I don't have any earlier era stuff to put it in, but this is still plenty good. And I'm not worrying about the cards being in pristine shape because this is harkening back to the old days where we didn't use sleeves. And it's going to be basically the 93, 94 stuff. So you've got, I mean, I don't have a bunch of alpha and beta and unlimited stuff kicking around. For real, it's going to be mostly like revised kind of level stuff. But we're talking those sets plus Arabian Nights, which I have like nothing. I don't think we will look at a single Arabian Nights card today. I think that there is a 0% chance of there being any Arabian Nights common in there. Antiquities, maybe one or two, maybe. But there's Arabian Nights, Antiquities, The Dark, Fallen Empires, Chronicles, all that stuff, all fits in. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's just when I'm looking through a bunch of cards, there are particular ones that just straight up trigger a number of memories of the original days when you couldn't go online and look at what cards existed. Like Magic was a completely different journey of discovery. It's pretty sweet. Oh, the zoom on the main. Yeah. Oh yeah. Here, real quick. Take a look at this. The borders. Remember how it was like there was black borders over here? I just was like, okay, enough of that. Who cares? Like, you need to see more of the bookcase. Okay. You know, I couldn't enjoy the stream because I couldn't see what's going on. Also, I moved this up, right? So you got those two combined. And then it makes it look like that. So hold on. Whoop. Whoop. So this is, like, just totally random. Totally random. What up, Blue Cats? How you doing? How you doing? So look at this, man. Look at this old school Magic action. You got like, bro, this was from Legends back in the day. Legends was so hard to get. I was only able to get 3 booster packs of it ever. So stuff was super scarce. And these are 2 different counter spells that showed up at the time. And like, they're pretty basic by today's standards in some ways, where you go like, oh, it just counters a creature spell or counter an instant spell. For 2 mana, counter an instant spell. This is not good. This is not good by today's standards, but back then, there weren't that many counter spells, and these were straight up hard counters. So, You know, they actually got some play. They got some play. A lot of stuff got played with. I mean, I'm not talking about in the highest competitive levels, because when I started out, I wasn't sitting there slinging hardcore competitive action either, right? So you got Send Your Vampire. Remember this guy being a house? It sucked too if you have like put chump blockers in the way. I played green a lot, so my scrib sprites would get eaten by this guy and he'd keep getting bigger. Also, he always weirded me out, man. This artwork has always weirded me the fuck out so hardcore, where I'm like, it's just this bald fucking weirdo. Look at his eyes. Like, look, it looks like he's high as hell, and he's just licking this fat like artery or whatever, bro. And look at the size of his Adam's apple. There's everything about this card is so fucking unsettling, man. Like, seriously, what is up with this, bro? What does he look like from the neck down? For real, I don't even want to know. I don't want to know, but that, like, the tongue out to lick that fat throbber, it's troubling. It's troubling. Oh, it's so crazy, man. The artwork it's crazy. It's crazy. This is what Millmaster does on a Saturday night, you know, when he's not out going, Magic 30 is Chronicles. Get out of here with your nonsense. Get out of here with your nonsense. Oh. The artwork may not be the most intense on this guy, right? It's just like a little basilisk, but check it out. First of all, he's got 6 legs, right? That's beefcake. But also, I want to draw your attention to the 4 toughness on this fat daddy. So, like, a human is like a 1-1 or like a 0-1, right? This fat daddy is like a 2-4, bro. A grizzly bear is a 2-2. But this, as a basilisk, that can straight up turn you to stone, too. So it can do 2 combat damage. Like, it can just get in a fight with the grizzly bear and just be like, I'm going to bite you in half. But it can also just turn gigantic beasts straight up into stone, because that's its ability. Any creature that's not a wall that gets into combat with this is destroyed at the end of combat. Wooga! Bro, I would put lure on this, right? You put lure on it, you put regeneration on it, and it's like, yo, when it attacks, you got to block with all your dudes. And for 1 green, I regenerate him. So I'm just like, wham, every turn I can kill all your guys. Wham! I loved it. I loved it. Oh, so good. What up, Magoro? Okay, so next we got a card that, I mean, is pretty solid, but before there were sideboards, you got to understand that, like, sideboards weren't a thing for a good portion of Magic, right? So, well, I guess a good portion doesn't really compare timescale now because I'm a Magic dinosaur, but regardless, you get what I'm saying. So this is 1 red to counter a blue spell or destroy target blue permanent. Like, that's really strong. That's really strong for 1 red. Like, dummy strong. But nobody played with this. Like, nobody packed this because there was no point. There was no point, right? Like, they just straight up didn't. So this is a card that's way more appreciated now. I love the fact that red Elemental Blast, and maybe we'll come across blue Elemental Blast. That'd be great too. Because there's not a lot of cards that had, like, really connections between cards, I feel like, and Red Elemental Blast and Blue Elemental Blast have a connection between them, and that was really rare at the beginning. Plus, the artwork is just really satisfying. You've got this mage down here who's it's straight up. Here comes a Red Elemental Blast, and it's just pure fire magic. I see your blue nonsense. Kabliggity blow! Ando says, please play Flip and Rip a Pack, my beautiful, sexy, spicy boy. I don't know. What? Hold on. First of all, let me explain something to you. This is the Hatcher Entertainment Network.
Always doing it sunny side up. It's the hen.
Fuck. You gotta go see my buddy Jojo Moss. If you want Flip It and Rip It's and tomahawks and all that stuff, you gotta go over to Jojo Moss, because he's doing all the wild boy stuff where he's like, today we're on a dirt bike and we're gonna whip magic boosters through a giant flaming hoop into the mouth of a lion because I'm a bad boy, right? But like over here it's like, yo, I'm gonna sit in my chair Because I'm old and my back hurts and I'm the fucking magic historian. I'm trying not to die in the wildfire smokes, yo. So by the way, if y'all want me to live another day, there are now legitimately like filtering masks on the Amazon wish list. So I've got something from the Amazon wish list right here in the box, and that just made me think of that fact that if you want Pappy to keep on living, to enjoy his cards and talk with you about him, you might want to help me with that. But yeah, fuck that shit. I ain't flipping. Here's what I'm gonna do, buddy. Here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna flip over. Oh, here we go. Let me just switch it up. Whoop. See this, man? Check it out. This is like an ultra mega, like super, I'm not even joking. This is a super mega ultra rare from the Exodus card game. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna rip it just like I ripped your disappointment, son. I don't even care. You didn't even really get to see it get ripped on screen. That's how little that's relevant. Also,
no refunds, ever. Ever.
Kansaki, I know it's from you. I know it's from you because the lady at the post office said your name. And I'm like, I know that name because there's a thing with Amazon where every once in a while it's just like, I'm going to put the name of it prints out the name of the sender on like this one slip, but then not on another. And it's just like, what? They're supposed to have my name. So they're just every once in a while, they're like, this isn't your name. And I'm like, no, but that's mine. That's mine. That's mine. Yeah, Magoro, I'm just going to go ahead and call you out, like, just because I am the magic historian and what you said is an impossibility. My brain is like, no, he didn't. No, he did not. My boy Jojo Moss did not destroy an unlimited strip mine because that's an impossibility, all right? Strip mine is not from, like, the ABU setup, bro. Strip mine originally showed up in Antiquities and then was reprinted. So you're probably thinking of, like, a 4th edition strip mine. And 4th edition is just like, that's like the hot chick you likes, like okay sister. That's 4th edition. So it's like you, instead of yo Jojo hooked up with this super hottie, and it's just like, oh no, hooked up with his average sister or her average sister, right? You feel me? You feel me? Anto, you're super satisfied? Excellent. Excellent. All right, so the next thing we have to look at, we got some mountains. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to pick like the nicest. You guys are watching me build this. We're building the memory box together. I thought it would be fun. I was going to do it myself before the stream, but then my brain went, are you stupid? Like, are you out of your mind? This is literally the perfect experience to share with everybody, and you're just going to sit there like I was earlier. That's how I ended up with these cards already. I was like, okay, let's go. And then I was like, wait. Do this with everybody. It's more fun that way. So, Yamagoro, if you bought an unlimited strip mine, I got bad news for you. That ain't real. 4th edition. Yeah, it's 4th edition. Greenleaf, no one mentioned Highlander. Oh, you don't even know. You legit have no idea. You have no clue. You want to talk Highlander? Bitch, like I'm not ready for everything under the sun? Huh? You thought it was going to be something else, huh? You weren't expecting this Connor McLeod shit right up in your face, were you? Expect the unexpected, but then don't, because then it would be the expected, right? So, yeah. Yeah, choke on that one. Choke on the reality. Choke on the thick cardboard reality that I am 15 steps ahead of you, bro. 15 steps ahead. You don't even know. Anto, you're a liar. All right. Speaking of the Highlands, who wants to come into the mountains and kiss with me? Who's coming into the mountains to go with Magic's #1 news kiss boy? Right here. What up, sus? Okay. Let me take a look at the quality. Oh, you look really good. You're like really great shape. This one looks amazing. Like, it's got a little bit. Look at that, though. Like, seriously. Most of these are actually in pretty good shape. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to add that mountain into my little box here. A Highlander universe is beyond. Millmaster, that would be funny. All right. Check it out. We got this swamp. Like, for real, I stand by what I said, and some people don't like it, but, like, the original lands kind of blow. A lot of them kind of, like, suck the chunder bag. You feel me? Like, they're nice from a nostalgia viewpoint. The earliest days of Magic, you can't understand it. If you're a new person, like, if you're 20, first of all, fuck you, because your body probably works way better than mine. Like, way better than mine. So, like, fuck you roundly, because you don't even appreciate it. You don't even know what you got. You don't even know what you got, man. You can fucking tug it without throwing it on your back. Fuck you. Right? Like, for real. For real. But aside from that, you literally have no concept. You have no concept of, like, what the world is like without the internet just giving you access to everything. Like, it's a completely different world, man. Magic was an amazing journey of discovery that you can never have now. Loco, you got your sorcery in. Nice. Nice. That's cool. So, I mean, yeah, Seth, you're right. They do give off a swampy feel. I'm just saying overall, if you compare these, like, there's an argument to be made sometimes for, like, hey, the old school art was better in a lot of ways. But, like, when you compare the new lands that they do to these, there's no contest. There is no competition, right? Like, every day, oh, what? Have you never seen the original? That's right. That's the tap symbol, bro. Back in my day, we couldn't afford curved lines, man. So that's the tap symbol. That indicates how to tap. Let me show you how to tap. Let me tap that. That's how we used to tap back in your mom's day, right? Come on over and tap her swamp a few times for some of that black mana. What up, Shelton? Did you miss much? We've been looking at some cool Magic cards, but I'm going to upload this. I'll upload this over on Hatcher after we're done. So anything you missed, because we're going through all this old school stuff. So I will make sure to save this. There we go. Anto, you're reaching the back of my day stage. It's pretty wild to realize the way that, like, time flows so crazy. Beta, oh, Millmaster, yeah, bro. Beta Unlimited, like, they're so saturated and rich and gorgeous and beautiful, but they're also, like, really hard to come by, and I don't have that stuff. So Revised is the closest that I get, right? People be drinking wine. I got my Kool-Aid over here, and I'm just pretending it's the same thing. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of the artwork, the lands specifically, were just whatever, you know? But I love them for the memories, because that's all we had, especially the islands. I felt like the islands, like these ones right here, this sucks. This fucking sucks dick, man. Like, I don't know who thinks this is a cool art style or whatever, but this art style can chew my ball bag, at least for these lands. And then they did a secret layer based on it, which it was like, yo, remember that Garbo style that it looks like we let like a 4-year-old paint in? What do you call it? Impressionist? Yeah, my impression is that it's fucking garbage. Is that what it's called? Because it sucks dick. If you can enjoy it, cool, man. People can enjoy fucking jazz. I can't. Jazz is garbage. And then people go, well, actually, some jazz is really good. It's like, yeah, because jazz is rando bullshit. And every once in a while, rando bullshit is a million infinite monkeys on fucking infinite typewriters that give you Shakespeare. So every once in a while, some random jazz will actually turn into something good. That doesn't mean jazz is good. If you got a bunch of dumb babies and they just beat on things, eventually one of them would lay out a sick beat. But that doesn't mean that babies are good. It's whatever. Anto says, when did you realize you reached the back of my day stage and how did it feel? I think originally the first time I think was when a 7-Eleven that I went to had changed into something else and I was like, oh. But yeah, like, bro, it's been so long that why am I erasing your name? What am I doing? This is less than what's on here. What am I going to do? Erase your name and write it again and write a lower amount? What happened? Oh my God, my brain is useless. Good Lord, I'm dumb. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Oh, yeah. So these islands suck bag, bro. Revised equals use 20% of the ink. I know. It's so, like, washed out compared to unlimited. It's special to me because this is literally what we had when I started. And, like, just so you guys know, people are like, oh, look at these glorious white borders. Fuck you. White borders are for peasants. That's the truth. Black bordered fucking nation all the way. You got white bordered, that means you can't get the good shit. You gotta use revised. You gotta use chronicles, you sad little pauper. And it still stings to this day. These still scream impoverished fucking second class magic citizen, bro. And that's the life I lived. So that's all my allowance could give me. All the fucking black bordered elitists with their original legends. And I'm sitting over here going, all I can afford is packs of chronicles, man. Fuck you. Fuck you, bro. So yeah, everyone's like, Whiteboard is so special. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's like you're taking trash from, check out this O. Henry wrapper. I keep my money in as a wallet. That's garbage. That's garbage. Yeah, but look at how cool and retro. It's trash. What's happened to the world? What up, baby? You remember you had no idea what cards were in the set until pre-release? I mean, when they were doing pre-releases, I think the Ice Age pre-release was the only one really where people weren't putting information out on the internet to some degree, right? Like, I don't feel like the pre-releases went that far before we were getting all the info. I don't remember 100%, but that's what it feels like. Nah, you know what? I disagree. You might feel that way and say, this is better than any magic art we're making in the last 10 years, but while there is a bunch of garbage, like homogenous level magic artwork, you've got magic artists like Seb McKinnon, and his work is amazing. You have, like Storm the Seed Core or whatever from the March of the Machines. That is like a masterwork. That is incredible level artwork to the point where it's actually going to spawn an entire discussion video about how Magic is in dire trouble with its artists specifically, because the artist who paint that basically is so far beyond the scope of what Magic is willing to pay for. It's just this whole conversation. But you're absolutely wrong when you say, like, there's no soul in anything from the last 10 years. The problem is the majority of it is soulless, right? Because it's churn. It's just churn and generic. But there are definitely gems in there for real, for real. And I treasure them. Storm the Seed Core, to the point where, like, I'm like, that shouldn't just be some junk uncommon that I can't even be sure I'm remembering the right name for. It's so next level. It's genuinely next level artwork, especially for Magic. And the fact that it's on some random throwaway uncommon. Do I have one right here? Actually, I think I've got a little bit of March of the Machine. I might actually be fortunate enough to have one in this stack, because it's just, oh, I do! And it is Storm the Seed Core. This artwork is fucking incredible. Absolutely incredible. The whole energy of it. I am in love with this. This is like, it's astounding. You can get this in playmats and everything now, right? Jason Rainville fucking killed it. He spent an entire week of his life working all day to make this painting. There are magic artists that crap out painting so quick. Look at the fucking foil days. If you go and look at the foil invocation days, like, I liked that artwork up until I found out that it's just missing part of a pyramid, because the guy just, like, reflected the artwork. It's just unfinished garbo artwork. And this like, an entire week worth of somebody's genuinely talented individual's work went into making this incredible piece of artwork. Like, for real, for real. This is, it's transcendent. It's fucking incredible. It's genuinely beyond what Magic deserves, and he was sorely underpaid for creating this shit. For real. For real. It's awesome. Awesome. Oh, man. So, yeah, whiteboarded cards used to hold a lot of, like, human finger filth and crap on it. So, wow, this hand's in really nice shape. It's a little bit off kilter, but I don't really care about that. That's a non-issue for me. That's a good one. I'm gonna keep that one. Oh, Storm the Sea Course, so good. I'm gonna put that up there. Actually, that's something like a playmat of that would be fucking amazing. Like legit. Like I'm pretty sure he just said he put them up for pre-order. So that's something that's worth getting yourself. It's so good. All right, what do we got next? We got more mountains. England, bro. Yeah, the AI artwork stuff. Like, I don't know. Because on one hand, it's like, bro, I don't want artists to lose their job. But on the other hand, if people can connect with that artwork, I'm not here to stop humans from connecting with things that bring them joy, because that's not my deal. Life is short, and I ain't interested in that shit. Yeah, look at that, man. I don't care for this. I don't care. The old land artworks, most of them just don't ring my bell, bro. They don't ring my bell. They're fine, but they don't get me all, whoa, let's go. Millmaster, you like Seed Time, huh? I bet you do. So that's a nice looking one. We'll keep that one. And we got another variation of the mountain. Whoop, there we go. All three types. There we go. Just one of each. Because even if I don't particularly care for the artwork specifically, I have tons of memories with these, right? So they're very nice to have. We got some plains, which live up to the name being fairly plain, but still to me way more pleasant than the mountains and the islands. Let's see here. They've got an idyllic vibe to them. This one looks great. Oh, no. That one's not, actually. Look at me. So picky. La-di-da. Bam. All right. That plains looks good. So yeah, there's 3 different variations of the lands. And back in the day, there were only 3 variations of each land, with the exception of a random mountain that you could get from Arabian Nights, because originally Arabian Nights was going to be like Ice Age and be a standalone set with pink backs and have its own basics. But they talked Richard Garfield out of it at the last minute, but then they screwed up and didn't get the mountain off of the print sheet. They got all the other lands off the print sheet. Now, see, I like this. I like this forest. I think this looks nice. I like the little burrow here, the hole in the tree where you can see a critter peeping out. Like, this just feels nice, right? I'm not trying to say that it's like so much better than the other lands and it's next level, but genuinely, when it comes to the original lands, the forests tend to deliver. I think there's the one jankbag forest, but the forests tend to be better. All right. Okay, so that was all the stuff that was in that chunk. Now we're going to... Oh, legends! Yes! Oh, yes! Homelands, no, you don't make the cut. Homelands, you don't make the cut. You're too old. You don't trigger the same feelings. I feel dead inside when I look at you. Just like my marriage. Okay. So what do we got? We got Zendikar. We got Judgment, Prophecy. Some time-shifted stuff. Goblin Snowman. Goblin Snowman. Oh, you know what? If you want to talk about old school, that cuts the mustard in a way. Although I wouldn't put this in the memory box because it doesn't look right. Like, this is Kobold Taskmaster, which was originally in Legends, right? And like, the Kobold stuff was super hard to get. I always wanted to make a Kobold deck. Never in a million years could I get the Kobold stuff. You just couldn't. So, Taskmasters were not easy to come by. And then they did these time-shifted versions, but they're done with, like, the much richer coloring of the new time. Right here. So, when you've got, like, old school Legends, they're supposed to look like this. Like, this is... Do you see the difference? Can you see the difference? Because my brain easily sees and feels the difference. This is ancient and awesome. This is a nice homage to something that's ancient and awesome. So those, actually, while they're neat to run into, do not qualify for memory boxation. Hued Enchanted Evening does have some nice artwork, bro. I agree. So we got Oh, look at that. You got Italian printings, too. If you guys want to see the difference. There's the Italian printing had a lot richer color, right? It's a lot deeper and richer. Camera seems to be wigging out a little. But yeah, these Blazing Effigy is a funky card. So it's 1 red and 1. It's a 0/3. When it goes to the graveyard from play, it does 3 damage to target creature. But if an effigy damages another effigy that way, then you basically add on the damage. So if this goes to the graveyard, you go, I can do 3 damage to any creature. But if you instead choose to set this effigy on fire, now this one can do 6. And if you did it to this guy, then it would be 9 and so on all the way up to 12. And as you can tell, that's a terrible, terrible way. Like, wait, I gotta sack 2 creatures and pay 4 mana to do 6 damage to a creature? That's awful. That's awful. But a very cool concept, right? Now, which one of you shall be the delicious remembered one? All right, that's you. That's you. I have a feeling this is actually going to be a much longer undertaking than I thought. But that's fine by me. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually is switch up the view. Because Kensuke, like I said, earlier when I mentioned that there's those gas masks on the wish list to protect us from the smoke, the stuff, the wildfire smoke has gotten crazy. They had like the high risk warning saying shut off your air conditioning and stay indoors and stuff, and I'm like, this is wild, man. This is wild. So we got those on the wish list, and they can also function as props for the dystopian magic future. So let's see what be in here. What is it? Yancey, you think I have green bias? I absolutely do. I love green, and I am biased towards old school green stuff. What is this? What is this? Is it a scooter? What is this? Is it for scooting? Is it a poke? Oh, is that a little mini stool that you sit on? What is it? Look at it. You guys can guess. Guess what it is. Is it a tripod? Is it some kind of racing bike seat? What is this? Oh, it's got like a handle. What the? What is it, a water gun? It's got some kind of thread in it. What the hell is this? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh no. It's not a water gun. It's an I'm an old man thing. Oh god. Oh, alright. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. It's for the old man back for when I mess up my back. Somebody's getting their butt grabbed. That's amazing. Kensuke, well done. Alright guys, this is how we're going to do the nostalgia stream. This is how we're going to do This is how we're going to do the... Hold on. Just put that over here. Okay, now, let's press the button to switch. Hold on. I did it. I did it. All right. All right. This is legit, actually. Like, I'm just like, oh no, but like, my back has gotten better, but I'm bound to hurt it again, and this is actually this is incredibly useful. Oh, what? 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 Weird. That's funky. All right, hold on. Okay. Okay, hold on. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. It changes angles? Oh, really? Does it? Oh, that's dope, bro. Oh! 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 Do you see my skills? Do you see my finesse, people? Do you see this? Oh! Oh! I'm a fucking cyborg! I'm like RoboCop! All my enemies are gonna get their fucking dicks ripped off, bro! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Somebody's losing their junk! Alright. Hold on. Okay, spread them. So... Alright. Yeah! Kensuke! Kensuke! Well done! That's crazy, man. Yeah! Whoa, bro. Ah! Oh! My cyborg strength is unstoppable! I am a Phyrexian! You think that you can fucking stand up to the Phyrexians, Nicol Bolas? Is that what you think, you weak little bitch? The flesh is weak, metal is stronger. Ah! Little bitch. This is awesome. Okay. Oh, what? Bro, am I that good? I am that good. Look at that. Ah, yes, to my keen expert eyes. I see. I see, yes. Okay, let me just put that over here in the box. Masterful. Excellent. Okay. Now to just pick these guys up. That won't be any problem at all, will it? No, it won't, because I'm going to cheat by sliding them over this way, because my cyborg brain is smart. Ah! I got most of them. Alright. Come on, you little cheesebaggers. Damn it. I got one of them. Ah, no, it fell on the floor. That's what this is for. Okay, I was born for this moment. I was born for this. Uh-oh. It's flat on the floor, guys. It's...
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, no. Come on, man. Oh, I had it. Oh. Come on, man. Come on now. Oh, you little bitch. Oh, you little hooker. Come on, you skank. Oh, you fucking ugly bitch. Oh, damn it. Oh, fuck. Shit. Okay. Oh, come on, man. I was so close. Focus your chi. Oh, that was the key. I just had to focus my chi, bro. That's it. I just had to fucking focus my chakras, man. I had to open my sac chakra. I fucking did it. I did it. I am an unrelenting hurricane of destruction and greatness. Yeah. Bam. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Lopez, do I like flesh and blood? Hell no, bro. I like metal. I'm now a man of metal. Flesh and blood are weak and can fail you, but the claw is forever. Trust in its grip. It will tear the nuts off of the unbelievers so they cannot fucking breed and fucking ruin our earth. The claw's the way. All hail the claw. That's fun. The grippers also have magnetic tips. What? Where's something metal? Will it pick up change? Does normal change get picked up by a magnet? Or is there only particular metals and change that does? Oh, like we got our answer. Holy shit, bro. I can fucking rob people. Bro, I can go to fountains now. Where are fountains that people throw money into That's gonna be my new job. And if anybody says anything, I'll be like, you fucking acting up to a cyborg? You really fucking want some, bro? You want some? This is my fucking fountain now. You better make a wish that I don't tear your nuts off. Yeah! Oh, yeah! Look at that. Look at that dangle. Oh. Oh, my dollar fell, but it's no problem because I have the technology. Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Bro, I'm gonna go to the fucking McDonald's, and like when the guy's like in front of me is like, okay, sir, that's $4.62, and the guy pulls out his change full of pocket, like his pocket full of change. I'm so excited about what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my words twisted. I'm gonna reach this out from behind him and be like, it's just fucking, I'm gonna gang some of his change. Oh, Plaid, am I gonna steal wishes? Hell yeah, I am. James P, it's how we filter out the Canadian quarters. Why are yours not? Does yours not work with the magnets? Your money's not Ferris. Apparently, all these coins are. Guys, do you like me flaunting my internet money? Do you like that? Do you like that? That magnet's pretty strong, man. It's like right down here on the underlip. The cane is like an edgy teenager. It's like, whatever, mom. If I'm gonna get this piercing, guys like it. They like it under my supple pink mouth, mom. Why are you judging me? Why, God? This is why I got it in the first place, mom. Because I have to look for love in the arms of men. Because you never gave me. Dad's dead, and you're the only one here. This thing has like a whole fucking backstory and everything. That's wild. That's wild. It's got like a ghost in it. All right. Anyways. You can rotate the gripper head. Well, let's see how to rotate the head. Lucian, you admire my ability to show change? Thank you. Thank you. Change is important in life. Without change, we stagnate. We need to grow. So, I'm glad I could demonstrate change. James P says perp coins are the best money. I'll clack to that. Okay, so what do we do here? Oh, yeah, whoa. You can rotate it to any angle you want. There's multiple options. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's so many. That's crazy. This has a crazy amount of customization capability. Wow. This is a fucking sweet piece of gear for real, man. This is awesome. Kenzie, you think I pull it and twist? Save it for the ladies. Save it for the ladies. Topher, what network is this? Great question. You're watching The Hand Magic. Oh, Lucian, don't even start talking about picking your nose. God, I'm gonna have fucking Carly in here. She saw something on the fucking internet about how picking your fucking nose can, like the membrane of your nose, you can cause brain damage or whatever. And I said, I don't give a shit. I've been picking my nose my whole life and it does cause brain damage. Maybe it'll get rid of the part that makes me unhappy all the time so I can fucking finally be happy in my life. All right? All right? So yeah, I have relatives who went through medical calamities and they came out from it afterwards actually happier because it fucking removed parts of their fucking brains. And I'm like, maybe that'll work for me. So yeah, now that I think about it, this is perfect. The next time she starts talking to me about picking my fucking nose out of nowhere, it's like, it's whatever she's read on the internet that day is what she's got to protect me from. She loves me, but it's good Lord, let me pick my own brain out. I don't even care. It's like I've been picking my nose for 45 fucking years or whatever. This isn't how I'm going out. But I'll use this thing. I'll pull my fucking brain out my nose if you keep bothering me about it. You want to see? Do you want to see me go fucking full Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall? Like fucking, is that what you want? 2 weeks, bitch? 2 weeks? I don't think so. I don't think so. This reminds you of Zoidberg from Futurama. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Zoidberg, come over here and give your uncle a nice big meal. Try to unzip my fly. That costs extra. Buy me a gas mask so that we can recreate that scene from that movie where, is it Ian McKellen? Is it Gandalf? Oh no, is it Magneto? Yeah. We'll do that movie. You know where Magneto has like a gay guy put on a gas mask and then he starts like trying to grab him so the guy will like choke him out because he doesn't want to live anymore? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's because you don't watch art films like me and you're uncultured. If you don't know about like the Magneto gas mask, like death thing, all of it, then yeah, sorry you're not as cultured as me. And also you're probably thinking, well, he makes up a lot of shit. He's making this up too. Am I? Am I? Fucking Google it. Google, bitch. That shit's real. That shit's real. So I need one of the masks. I need one of the masks, Millmaster. Eyes wide shut. Eyes glued shut, motherfucker. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Be great for community service picking up trash. Actually, that's true. There's a guy who wanders around doing that, and I have a bunch of respect for him. I didn't have respect for people who did that when I was a kid because I was stupid and I didn't understand the value of community and how everybody contributing makes a huge difference, right? So now I see it and I'm like, respect. There's a lot of people who don't do that kind of shit. Oh, Thompson, you think I can't pick my wife's nose? I could do it live. I could get her to come in here and jam my finger right in there. What's up? She'd probably go, but I could do it. I could do it. Turn it into a Jackass episode. It's like, oh no, poor Carly. Actually, I'd feel bad if I even slightly hurt her, so that won't work. England, do you think picking up trash while you're walking is based? It's next level to eat it. If you want to be really eco-conscious, like the people who are hardcore vegans eat other people's trash to help the earth too. Like, oh man, there's a wrapper from like beef jerky, and then they eat the beef jerky packaging. Or like, you know, a drumstick wrapper. Yeah, this is sweet, man. This is a legit grabber. Kensuke, you did well, buddy. You did well. Thank you for this. All right. All I'm going to do is keep squeezing the handle on this thing for the entirety of the stream and goofing with it if I don't return to what we were doing. So hold on. There we go. Oh, no, you're supposed to do a transition. Oh, it's so unprofessional. Let's do it.
Hatcher Entertainment Network. That's the hen.
There we go. Now everything about this stream is super professional. I need to keep things professional so that advertisers will show up and be like, yeah, this is the place. Okay. Kanzuki, you asked Carly to put it on the wish list and she picked it out. Well, you two together did a bang up job. That's amazing. It's awesome. It's awesome. Check it out. Check out the Davin Archer. Tap to do 1 damage to an attacking or blocking creature. 3 mana for a 1/2. Jiggity jank. So let's see which one looks the nicest. Yeah, you know what? I like this. This is cool. I like going through these cards. Taking my time and enjoying it. I'm glad we do stuff like this. It's nice. It's nice. I like fucking around. I like having old school memories of good times. And I like thinking of the new stuff we're going to do too. Habanero, nice. You had a forest trail you treated special and took care of. That's dope, bro. Merfolk Bears says professionalism and culture is why I come here. That's funny. That is genuinely amusing. All right, so that's the best archer. Oh, I loved these guys back in the day. Right here, man. Cat Warriors, bro. 3 mana for a 2/2 forest walk. And it's like, yeah. Are you playing green? Get some. Also, you could use Gaia's Leech to turn people's lands into forests, so you could make these dudes unblockable. Wow, this one's in really good shape. That's great. It's crazy that there are people who have, like, insane collections and are like, I have all these amazing... Like, none of this stuff is rare, right? It's all going to be common. If I'm lucky, there might be a few uncommons in here, but it's just going to be, like, common whatever. Still really dope. All right, let's grab another chunk and see what else is in here. Oh, what? Yes, this whole stack is all Legends cards. Dope. It's just a bunch of card backs in a row, right? I know this is the box that has the old school stuff in it, but there's also other things in here. We got Amru Kithkin. Look what 2 white mana would get you back in the day. 2 white mana for a 1/1. Creatures with power greater than 2 can't block her. That's it. That's her ability. Old school, awesome Quentin Hoover artwork, though. Thing's dope. Thing's dope. Man, I love the early days of Magic. They make me genuinely happy. That's why I want to have these available to just thumb through. Oh, man. Yeah, nobody feels confident that the One Ring is actually, like, full. Well, not nobody, obviously. There's people who don't think about it, don't care. But there's a lot of people out there who are like, how do we even know it's there, right? It's not like it's a weird question to ask. It's like, how do we even know that you did it, right? I don't know. Wizards is not what I would consider a trustworthy company. They're underhanded as far as I'm concerned. They have no problem deceiving us for marketing so they can get money for Hasbro. So, we got a Wolverine pack. Rampage II. Like, the worst ability in Magic. Right? People try and go, well, actually, these other abilities, like Echo is a worst ability. No. Echo's not an ability. Echo is a negative drawback. It has to be a positive effect for it to be considered an ability. I don't care what the rules are. Well, in the technical sense, Echo is an ability. Yeah, no, it's not part of the conversation. In terms of actual beneficial mechanics in Magic, there's nothing worse than Rampage. Literally nothing. This ability requires that you be blocked with at least 2 creatures. So Rampage 2 says, if I'm blocked by more than 1 creature, for each creature more than the first one, I get +2/+2. And that's it. Like, the only situation where you'll ever get somebody to block this with a bunch of creatures is when you force them to with something like a lure. But then you would put it on a Thicket Basilisk or whatever. No one will ever double block this. No one ever double blocks Rampage creatures unless you force them to. And if you're going to force people to block creatures, it's always better to use other creatures and force them to block better creatures. So Rampage sucked across the board. And it was like a last minute addition because they had something else that was too powerful. So Rampage is terrible. Absolutely terrible. And I know from trying to make it work on multiple occasions and being very unhappy about not succeeding. So yeah, so bad. So bad. So bad. So yeah, that One Ring stuff, man. Like, there's tons of people who don't even know what products they're in. They'll just be saying, yo, I'm sure they're going to put it in this product line. And it's like they've explicitly stated that it won't be in that product line. And then some people are like, oh, and other people are like, nah, I'm pretty sure. And I'm like, they themselves have said it. So I don't know. No, like, people will, like, Wizards literally says things. And then people go, I don't think so. And it's like, okay, all right then. They're the ones who said it. All right, we'll go with that Wolverine. See, England, you got to try and bend over backwards. Rampage is maybe okay for preventing them from multi-blocking, but that's not the intent behind it. It's clearly the intent behind it is for you to be getting a bonus from being multi-blocked, not to just say, make sure this ability never activates. I don't think any Magic ability was put on a card with the intention that it would never be used, right? So it's not really possible. Kansuki, you have a portfolio of all the commons from the first 4 Magic expansions, and some 4 and black bordered 4th edition ones as well. Nice. Yeah, I can see why you'd be flipping through that. Same kind of concept. You got the same kind of vibe. Same kind of vibe. So yeah, 3 mana for a 2/4. Can't attack if it attacked the turn before. It's got that evocative flavor of being super slow. And it looks pretty intense, but it is garbage. I played with it. I actually tried using this stuff, right? Like, when it came out. Amazing. Amazing just how old this stuff is, you know? And how terrible it is by today's standards. Oh, but still very nostalgic for me, so there is that. Oh, it looks great. That one's in great shape. Oh, pyrotechnics. These ones are all kind of roughed up. Pyrotechnics got played a fair bit back in the day. You only had so much red burn, so when Legends came along, all of a sudden Chain Lightning showed up and pyrotechnics. And yeah, pyrotechnics is just, whoa, wait, I can divide it 4 damage any way I want. Like with a fireball, how it worked was 1 red and X, and then you can divide the damage among a bunch of creatures, but you have to pay 1 extra for each creature you want to hit. So a fireball that was going to do 4 damage but split across 4 creatures would cost considerably more mana than this. This was a massive discount in that regard, and the maneuverability of the 4 points of damage was very useful. So this card totally got used when it first came out. Yeah. I'm not surprised these are all showing some play. Pyrotechnics was used a fair bit. Now let's talk about a card that wasn't. Rust. 1 green, counter target artifact effect, which must require an activation cost. Counter target activated ability of an artifact. That's what that does. It's a cool concept, right? Where it's just like, check it out, I rusted your blade, bro. Right? So you gotta wait. It's not very good if you're using it on an artifact that doesn't tap though, because they could just activate it again. But on something like a time vault, that would be great. Brian, yeah, Mirror Universe. You know what? Rusting a Mirror Universe, that's a good one too. That's a good one. Habanero, lean into that, buddy. Have fun. Enjoy Magic with your friend. Now that she's getting into it, because one of the things that's also attached to this era of Magic is a deep sense of friendship, and like me and my friends all getting into this together, and we would have like almost the equivalent of a small game store tournament worth of people playing Magic all together at like one person's house. We'd all be there playing games of Magic. You go into any room in somebody's house and there's just kids playing Magic everywhere, right? Like, I'm totally crafting I'm like a music playlist based on that time frame and everything. It's a whole nostalgic trip, and I'm going to share the playlist as well, because I'm totally vibing on this old school stuff lately. It's making me happy. I'm liking it. All right, so which rust are we going with? We're gonna go with this one. Bam! Look at that. Looking good. All right, then we got Hornet Cobra. I remember being super excited about Hornet Cobra because I loved Elvis Archers. I wish I had an Elvis Archer for my box. I don't think I do. I think like I don't really think I have any of the revised rares or stuff anymore. I think it's just commons. I have a doppelganger still. I do have that. That's in my cube. Any revised stuff that was in my cube, I still have for sure. But yeah, Elvish Archers was 1 green and 1 for a first striker. That was 2/1, and this was another 2/1 first striker. But it cost 1 more mana. But I didn't care, man. Like, this thing was great for keeping ball lightnings off you. Plus, once you start putting an aspect of wolf on something like that, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What up, yo? When am I busting out the crumbles? There's probably crumbles in here somewhere, I'm guessing. There's a good chance. Dollfist, did you miss Dark Heart of the Woods? Nope, we haven't come across any dark yet, but that would be in this box too. And there's a good chance that we'll find something like that. This is in great shape. Look at that. That's great. That's going in the memory box. Hey, Habanero, nice. You got one of the bundles using Amazon gift money so you can play with it. Good. Lean into it. Lean into it. You don't know how long you get. You don't know how much joy you get. Take the small pleasures where they come, friend. Dirkwood Boars. I remember running these guys. 5 mana for a 4/4. Just a fat body for my deck. Somewhere in between the Crawworm, you know? It's like, okay, around 4, where am I? What am I casting at 4 and 5? I've got Thicket Basilisk, but what else do I got? And I'm like, Dirkwood Boars coming in. And the unclean spirits went out and entered the swine, and the herd ran violently. That's some intense flavor text, bro. Getting biblical. Pretty dope. I like it. Land leeches, yeah, from the dark. Yep, for sure. That kind of stuff's brought. Oh, another Wolverine pack. Oh, here's somebody who made a lot of appearances back in the day. Vampire Bats. These guys were surprisingly efficient back in the day. 1 black mana for a 0/1 flyer. Pay 1 black to give it +1/+0 till end of turn, but you can only pump it twice a turn. So for 2 black, you could turn it into a 2/1 flyer. But people had bad moons, it would get +1/+1. You put an Unholy Strength on it, it's a 2/2 flyer now, and you can pay 2 black, pump it up to a 4/2. These were an annoying little force to be reckoned with that would subconsciously fuck with you because your brain doesn't want to kill a 0/1. So most of the time when you were ready to kill it, it's just a stupid little 0/1. Unless you had instant burn like a lightning bolt to blast it out of the sky, you would have to destroy it while it was a 0/1, and it never felt good to do that. And we were dumb noobs, so you would just avoid doing things that felt bad, right? Like, I don't want my graveyard to get removed as a cost. That feels bad. Like, you know, it's funny. Vampire Bats were a big deal, man. So much nostalgia. Yeah, look at you. Look at you. Oh, now let's get to the really niche and useless stuff. There's only one of these. Thankfully, it's in great shape. Not surprising, since nobody played most of the glyphs. I remember trying to make a glyph of reincarnation. I wonder if I have one. That'd be cool. I wish I want like one of every. I want one of every card from all those original sets. It'll probably never happen. I might have to go the proxy route to get that, just to visually enjoy it. I like real Magic cards, but reality is what it is. Brian, same. Nobody used Swords to Plowshares at first because, like, nobody wanted to plow a Force of Nature. They're like, yo, if I plow your Force of Nature, you gain 8 life. I'm not playing that. That's terrible. That's terrible. We didn't understand that life was, like, so easy to take away, and giving somebody 8 life versus, like, getting rid of some big card. Also, like, plowing a first turn bird, it didn't take long once you fully, like, understood competitive Magic that Swords to Plowshares ratcheted up the ranks into Insano territory, where it's like, so for 1 mana, I can just remove a problem from the game permanently, and all I have to do is give my opponent life. If you're playing a control deck, it's like, I don't even plan to damage you, bro. Like, for real, I might end up with my Mishra's Factories or a control magic creature of yours, but my game plan's to mill your ass out. And with that, guess what? Plowing your creatures don't matter. Gain your life, bro. Who cares? You can be at 2,000 if you want. So Glyph of Doom, this was back in the day when Wizards made walls. And walls all had the inherent rule that said they weren't able to attack. So they were just gigantic creatures mostly that you would use for blocking. And so they made glyphs, which is a cool concept from a flavors perspective, right? Where you got like the glyphs carved into the like the wall, or like burned onto the wall with magic, however you want to view it. It's just a neat concept. But it says all creatures blocked by target wall are destroyed at end of combat. So you can play this on one of your walls and it would just kill all the creatures that were blocked by it. But like, there's only one card, like Blaze of Glory, that would let you block more than one. Like, this guy can block all your guys, so what are you gonna Blaze of Glory Glyph of Doom? Like, there might have been somebody trying that, but I never saw anybody use Glyph of Doom. I've only ever seen my buddy try using the red glyph and then ultimately be disappointed, and me using the green glyph in the most absurd roundabout way to discard an Elder Dragon into my graveyard, attack into my opponent having a wall. So my plan required me to hold my hand full of cards until I had more than 7 cards and discarded the Elder Dragon, because that's the only way I could get into the graveyard. And then I had to rely on my opponent having a wall which they didn't all do. And then I had to attack into a scenario where I could play this instant on the wall to get the guy back from my graveyard and also have the right lands out on the table when my deck was like 150 cards and I only had like 3 of each of the land types that were like necessary to keep it out. So newbie. So newbie. Oh, man. Oh, giant slug. It always tripped me out that it was only a 1/1 because this dude, like, people are 1/1s. This is a warrior with a sword. Look at the size of it. Look at the scale of it. How is that just a 1/1? 5 mana. Listen to this ability. Pay 5 mana during your next upkeep. So pay 5 mana this turn. Next turn, you can choose Landwalk. And this guy has Landwalk of that type. Next turn. You pay 5 mana to make it unblockable next turn. So bad. I played with this. So much of this stuff is garbage by today's standards, obviously. But really flavorful. Look at these. Ghosts of the Damned. Huh? Huh? So this is 3 mana, so 2 black and 1, 0/2. Tap, target creature gets -1, -0 until end of turn. I thought this guy was awesome. I was like, yo, this is so cool from a flavor perspective. Like this crazy ghost that literally just curses you so hard. It just, yeah, you like the way that it talks to you just freaks you out or drains your strength or whatever it is. And it just has this full-on physical effect, man. It's awesome. Awesome. Artorias, you're right. The flavor is there. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. That is definitely the case. All right, so which one of these? Oh, which one of these? Oh, they both look really nice, actually. Reminds me of playing Magic in my friend's basement a billion years ago. Here's a guy who actually wasn't too shabby back in the day. Cyclopean Mummy. A black and 1 for a 2/1. It was hard to get a good body at that rate. Like green had Grizzly Bears as the standard. 1 green and 1 gets you a 2/2 vanilla. This is a 2/1, and if he dies, he gets removed from the game when he goes to the graveyard. So it's like definitely weaker, but at the time, you would just take the bodies you could get, and he was bringing it in. It's like, all right, and it was a fun flavor too, right? It's cool. It's cool. England 9 never really got into Pokemon, bro. Yeah, no one. Oh, Divine Offering. The idea of taking something of your opponent's. I was like, I'm offering this up to the gods. I'm just like, bah, but wait, I'm the god, so I'm going to drain its energy from myself. 1 white and 1, destroy target artifact and gain life points equal to its casting cost. When my buddy put out his Sword of the Ages, getting ready to set up for like a crazy turn, he'd be like, I'm going to attack with my Shivan Dragon, and then I'm going to pump my mana into it. And I'm like, okay, before damage happens, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to destroy your sword. And then he'd just be like, what? Because it's like, yeah, now you got to decide. You're going to sack it to kill your dragon, or is the attack going through? What's going on? What's going on? You got to make it. He hated it. He hated it. He did not like me grabbing his sword. And I'm like, I consume your sword for divine energy. It heals me. Eat my ball bag, clown boy. Yeah. Divine Offering a Colossus Asardi. Oh, that's 9 life. That'd be crazy. Habanero, is it weird that you missed the power level? Nah, I miss it too, but it's nostalgia, right? So, those times were special. Emerald Dragonfly. What a beautiful piece of artwork. Quentin Hoover is a genuinely talented artiste. This one's like fucking beautiful. One of my favorite cards in all of Magic is the Pixie Queen. Absolutely beautiful looking card. Done by Quentin Hoover as well. That's great. That one's going in there. Oh, hey, remember how we talked about the glyphs? And I said the red glyph. Well, here is the red glyph. This is the one my buddy tried out. It gives plus 10 power to... It gives plus 10 power to the wall that's blocking and reduces the damage that we dealt by the wall to 0. It really feels like a white card by today's standards. Giving a blocking creature an attack bonus and having it not take damage absolutely feels like a white ability comparatively. All right, let's see. Which one look the nicest? I think it's you. Jess, is there custom cards? Yeah, there's been a couple of different custom variation cards made of me depending on what time frame it was. There's one that yells about yachts. Oh, hey, there's Remove Soul. We already saw that. Oh, Zephyr Falcon. Up until this card came out, only Sarah Angel had Vigilance in Magic. And then Zephyr Falcon came along and people were like, yo. And they started slapping like unstable mutations and stuff on it and just pound, pound, pound. It was a solid strategy. Artorias, I feel ya. I've got like heavy nostalgia feels for this stuff. I love it. Like I am very much enjoying going through all this, and I got old magazines and everything. I'm diving back into the old Magic stuff, the old Magic lore, because it makes me happy. I like the new stuff now because it adds fun stuff for my cube, and there's other things to enjoy, but the old stuff tugs at my heartstrings on a different level, you know? Oh, Zephyr, nice to have you. So, like, this is what you get for a blue and 1. You get a 1/1 flyer with Vigilance. Now, check this. Devouring Deep. 1 blue and 2 for a 1/2 with Island Walk. So you got to pay a full extra mana, and all you get is 1 toughness, and it's got Island Walk. When flying is pretty much better than Island Walking. It's crazy how that works. Devouring Deep was terrible. I never saw anybody play this card. Ever. Ever. This guy never got any time in the sun. Wow. These are in amazing shape. Not surprising. Habanero makes you want to watch the Chandelar playthrough. That's true. Yeah, actually, if you like old school Magic action, watching all the Chandelar stuff involves all these old school cards. So, Brian, am I going to do another Chandelar playthrough? Maybe, honestly. I've been vibing on this nostalgic stuff here. So, that would help scratch the itch. We could do another playthrough. What up, Moogle? How you doing, buddy? I am having a good day. I am. The wildfires are crazy. They burn in like insane, and the smoke here is wild. But indoors, it's not too shabby. And in here, we're just, it's like a wall of vapor. I need one of these to protect me. I'm going to summon, I wish I had magic like that. You could summon this up and then quell that smoke in the air, bro. You know, that'd be dope. That'd be great. These are in great shape. 4 mana, 0/1. Damage done to it by creatures that it blocks is reduced to 0. This thing was actually a decent blocker for 4 mana. It could get in the way of all kinds of stuff. Seth, you saw the new lore video? Oh, the one on the creation of Dominaria over on Fantasy Geographic? I'm glad you enjoyed it, buddy. All right, which one of these is the best looking? Yeah, things are overall good. My back is better enough that I was able to dance a bit with Carly today. We've got Just Dance for the Switch, so we're like dancing around to it, get some exercise, trying to be more active. So we actually danced and went swimming today. My back is, I did twinge it out again, so whatever. Blue Cats, you're asking me about Whiteboard ghetto cards? Yes, that's what I'm saying. They are. But nobody thinks that way except for us old schoolers. So new people will be like, yo, those are dope because they look so different and unique and whatever, right? And actually even old schoolers can appreciate them for nostalgia value. Flash Flood. Destroy a red permanent or Return a mountain to its owner's hand for 1 blue. This is so dumb. It's so dumb. It's such a, like, the hosers back then were crazy. Crazy. Kazam, it's been a mild summer where you are in Alaska. Doesn't feel like summer. Oh, all right. Well, nothing wrong with mildness, bro. Yeah, that looks good. We'll put that one in. Brian, you got a second copy of Duels of the Planeswalkers and Spells of the Ancients off eBay on the way. Networking some vintage PCs to play with your buds. Gonna be sweet. That's awesome. That's awesome, bro. I love the old school stuff. Gloom, yeah, Karma. There was a bunch of hardcore hosers. Check it out. Black also had like a version of the Wall of Vapors, but it was 2 black and 1, right? For a 0/1. But the flavor concept is wildly different. Like, this one is just like a vaporous wall, right? Where it's just like, okay, you can't really get through the vapors. They just dissipate and like coalesce around you. But the Wall of Shadows, it's just this almost encroaching tunnel of darkness that has menace to it. Like, the energy of these two, even though they have the same ability, the ability is transmitted in a different way, and it's very different flavor, right? I really like the flavor of these. This is cool. It's so dope, man. I love the old school stuff. All right, then we got Fire Sprites. We only got one of these. I always thought this was fun. Sprites made out of fire, and then you can basically feed green mana into them, and they will help you produce red mana instead. So they're nature-aligned fairies. They're fae that are made out of living fire. That's a really cool concept. I was like, right on, man. There we go. We got Enchanted Being. This is a weird one. 2 white and 1 for a 2/2. And it's got any damage dealt to Enchanted Being during combat by creatures with 1 or more enchantment cards on them is reduced to 0. So this is an Enchanted Being, but she can't be hurt by Enchanted Beings. The flavor feels kind of strange. Oh, actually, another thing I wanted to point out is... Wait, do I have a more recent card to use as a contrast here? There we go. So this is the old white mana symbol. Whoop. Right here. Looks like the sun, the little spikes from the sun are straight lines. Whereas on this, they jag out. The camera's probably not going to pick it up well enough for you guys to see the difference now that I think about it. But yeah, maybe you can, right? They do look different. You see the differences? You see the differences? So there's only one of her. Oh, bro. Siphon Soul. Man. Okay. This spell is fun, right? It's like, we had Drain Life back then. Drain Life is like, 2 mana plus X. X is paid in black mana. Do X damage to a target, gain X life. Well, this was a 2-point Drain Life. In a 2-player game, it was just 1 black and 2 to do a 2-point Drain Life, which was already a discounted deal. But it actually takes 2 life off of everybody and gives you 2 life per player. So I got to play this once in a 20-player game. And it was fucking transcendent. Like, it was awesome. It made me so happy to gain that much life. By the way, guys, don't ever hit everybody at the table all in one go. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not like, it'll feel good for a second when you gain all that life, but you've just triggered the enmity of everybody at the table, and you are not going to survive. That extra life is not going to do it. It's not going to do it. But in that moment, it felt amazing. It felt amazing. Artorias, the new phone. Yep, that's happening. That is happening. That's in the works. The research is underway. I have a bunch of stuff that I had to wrap up today, plus the smoke and everything out there makes the traveling out and all the stuff. There's some limitations for the short term. But yes, it is a fucking massive priority that is in the works that I'm super excited about. Andrew England, a 20-player game. How does that even work? Basically, in the basement of the game store, there was this massively long table set up. So it's just a gigantic free-for-all. How does it work? Really not that well. It's chaos. It's chaos. The first one that I ever played, the first time we ever played this gigantic 20-player game, guess what? That wasn't the game that I got to siphon soul people. Guess what? I didn't even get a turn. I don't know who, to this day, I don't know who it was who started chanting Kill Hatcher, but somebody chanted it, and then that's what happened. I don't remember exactly how far down the line I was. I might have been 10 people down the line, but that doesn't matter when everybody's packing lightning bolts and everybody but one person goes, Mountain, lightning bolt Hatcher, Mountain, lightning bolt Hatcher, Mountain, and I'm like, hey, yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? And just like, yeah, bang, 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 until somebody just goes, Plains, Savannah Lions, and I'm like, oh, phew. Like, because I'm at 3 life. Next guy goes, Mountain, Bolt, Hatter, fucking, what the fuck is this shit? And they're all laughing, right? They're all laughing. I was peeking. It is funny. It is funny. But I was the one who got bolted, so. So yeah, that's what happens, I guess, when you have a free-for-all. So yeah, I got blasted. I got blasted out of the game first. Memorable though. Anyways, that Siphon Soul felt so good. It felt so good. We got Tundra Wolves. Yeah. See, these guys were solid. I really liked first strike creatures back in the day. 1 white, 1/1 first strike. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Oh, yeah, I got bolted so hard. So yeah, Tundra Wolves, man. Tundra Wolves. You put a Holy Strength on it, it's a 2/3. Like, serious. Serious. Tim, you had enough to back a whole deck. I did that with Timberwolves. You had them in the penny sleeves on the front. You got the card. On the back, you got the other. I remember those days, bro. Crazy. Crazy. I do love it. I love all this old stuff, man. I gotta be real with you guys. I thought we were gonna fly through this box. I did. And we have not. We have not flown through this box. We have gone through like good lord. We've gone through 1/3 of one of the 5 rows. We've gone through 1/15 of this box? No. But there's a bunch of stuff that's not old school too, so it's not just gonna be like old school stuff. But you know, this is gonna be a multi-stream thing for sure, because I very much enjoyed this. Very much. I don't know. Do you guys like this? Is this fun? Is this kind of shit you guys enjoy? Because I figured it would be. But who knows? Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong. Because if it's not fun, and who cares? And I mean, I can always just do it on my own. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I can just clackety clack. Don't talk back. Yeah, this is dope, man. This thing's great. Okay, gentle. Oh, okay, yeah. It's got some grip strength, man. I got a fat honker. Oh, good. You guys are enjoying it. Excellent. Excellent. Glad to hear it. Artorius, I feel you. And you know I normally have an attitude of I'm going to do whatever I want. But it's also nice to hear, you know, if people are enjoying it or not. Because if people are also enjoying it, then that makes it even better. This thing is dope, man. This is great. Kansaki, you know what? Wait for it, buddy. It's probably coming soon, actually. You know what? That might be in the next one. Because I know it's in here somewhere, I think. It would make sense for it to be. I don't even know. I don't even know. Seth, you're right. The Hatcher Entertainment Network is pretty epic. Bagak! 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 Oh my god. Boom. Habanero, it's weirdly exactly what you wanted to see. Well, we're on the same tip right now, bro. We riding the same tip, which is great, because that's what I want to do. I want to have a good time, enjoy myself, and flow the nostalgia. So I'm going to upload this stream over on Hatcher after we're done here, and we will do... This will be part 1 of the memory box. We'll do a multi-stage and keep going through this stuff. I like talking to you guys about all this. It makes me happy. I wish I had more of the old school era stuff, but... we'll go through what I've got. I've got maybe another box that might have some too. Either way, I have had an excellent time. A lot of good times tonight. So thanks for coming by and hanging out, my friends. We will reconvene tomorrow, unless the smokes from the wildfires end me in the meantime. All right. Stay safe, you little chicken noodlers.